Cheese. MILF.
I'm not gonna lie. This lo-fi remix keeps making me feel so incredibly tired. I think I'm fine. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. It's definitely 6:30 a.m. and definitely not 6:30 p.m. It's definitely a.m. on Thursday. That is when I stream on Thursdays for sure. And if you're watching this as a VOD, I messed up the schedule on Twitch for a hot second. It's fine. We're fine. Mindy has a large number as well. 185 streams is too many. You little EP little guy? I am an EP little guy. I did too many. Do you? Okay, so Battlecry, I like you, but like not this much. So you ever just like talk to too many people in one day? I accidentally did that at work today. Like, it was all very good that I did what I did and that I was doing the things that I was doing, and it was good progress, and I'm doing things and stuff, and I'm having an impact, but I talked to too many people today, and I have too many thoughts, and I wrote down too many notes, and I'm tired. And also I kept thinking about Minecraft all day, so I was sitting in a meeting at some point, and I was just sitting there going, Minecraft, inside of my head. Me yesterday. It always happens. It happens eventually. I thought I was gonna not have this for a little bit longer, but no, there's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of things need to get done, and I am happy to get things done. So, we keep going. I get to see Mathcon all week? Hell yeah. I hope you guys have fun. Too much simulation. I felt brain dead all day today. Yeah, I'm suspecting that tomorrow I'm gonna be pretty brain dead, but that's fine. But this means no webcam today because I am eepy. I also realized, partially through one of the meetings, that I did not put together the thing for Soup Day stuff. The Soup Day is this Sunday, so there will be a Soup Day poll up before Sunday. I'm thinking on Friday I will try to put it up, but we'll see what happens. Brain dead yesterday, no thoughts. It seems like it's the first full week of the year. I feel like it's just a brain dead kind of week. Be reunited soon and the world will tremble in fear. Furries will be really happy I am giving them money. Yeah. No. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a fantastic time zone. I hope everybody's taking care of themselves. I don't think I have anything else to say. It's Minecraft time. Let's play Minecraft. By let's play Minecraft, I mean I wait for Minecraft to remember it exists. Can you say a silly word? Yes. A silly word. You're welcome. Furby. Furby is a silly word, though. Actually, no, there is something to talk about. So, yesterday, Mojang released something. Mojang released their first snapshot of the year, and within it, they had some experiments. I haven't touched them. I've not touched them. I'm not going to touch them until they are no longer experiments and until I actually care to look into more of the stuff they're doing. But we will, really quickly, I'll pull up the list. I want to run through the list of, like, everything that they are going to be, or that they're considering at the moment. So this isn't a final list. This isn't anything in particular. This is just, like, they're starting to test things, and they're trying to figure out what's happening, and they're trying to, like, get everything settled, and I have a lot of opinions about this. And some of them are going to be hot takes, but not really hot. They're kind of like lukewarm takes that have become hot because everybody is just feeling a certain way about Minecraft recently. So the first and, like, most interesting one here, I'll grab this, save image. I'm stealing their images. The first and most interesting one to me is pig variant. So, the temperate pig is the normal pig on the left. The one in the middle that is orange is the, hi Anne, is the warm biome pig, and then the pale yellow one on the right is the winter pig. Honestly, this is the least upsetting thing they could do. This is actually really adorable. I really, really like this as, like, oh, well, you can find different variations on pigs. But the thing that I like about this, I'm going to remove this and then we're going to ramble and then we'll move on to the next thing. The thing that I really like about that isn't like, oh, well, it means we get, like, X, Y, and Z on everything. No, it's not about that. You know what this means? More cow variants. They're going to give us cow variants at this rate. If they are updating pigs, they're going to give us cow variants. There is no way they can get around it now. Moobloom might come home. The Moobloom will not come home. This is actually probably my one hot take. You are not going to get the Moobloom. You are not going to get it. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna come home. I'm so sorry, Void. Let me fucking delusional. No. No. But they're not gonna come home. I highly doubt that the Mooblooms are going to become real. If they do become real, I don't think they will be what they would have been in the past. I think they will be redesigned and redone. But I think cow variants in different biomes or even just some fluctuation in colors would be really nice. I really do. I think that would be a huge benefit for a lot of people. And it's not veering so far into like, this is what modded Minecraft is like. It's just like, oh, here's a quality of life thing. Have some other cow colors. Go wander around and go find some extra cows. It's a really, really small thing, but I think it'd be very cute. Sitting here enjoying my bean soup, delusionaling all about moo blooms, and you do that shit. Yeah. It's just like how Anne is delusional about every time I come home now. She's like, so you're gonna spend all your time with me? And I go, no. And then I go do things, and then she shows up in the room, and then she screams at me, and then I talk to her, and then she wanted my salad, but she did not want my salad. Fun fact, despite me never feeding Anne things off of my own plate, every time I have containers of food in my hand and a utensil, she thinks it's for her. It's never for her. Why no give her salad? No, no, no. You can't say I didn't give her the salad because I did. I did. I was like, you want to smell the salad? You want to look at this and see if you actually want it? And I literally offered her the entire container of salad. And you know what she did? She ran away from the room because the salad scared her. And then she came back again and started yelling again. So, yeah, it's fine. But the pigs are very cute. The pigs are incredibly cute. I really do think that that will be like a fine thing. That's a really, really, really small, but like can have a lot of impact on your world, because then you can even be like, oh, well, if I want to make like villages and things and I want to make them feel a certain way, then I can get all the cold variants of the mobs in this place and all the warm ones in another place and things like that. Wait, sorry, this is reminding me of something I saw this morning about how they had misremembered incorrectly that baby piglins trade with you. They don't, but they thought the baby piglins, when given a gold bar, gave you string like it was pocket lint, and expanded by saying after trading they sprinted away. But now I want to say that so much. I want that so much because it sounds so fucking adorable. I want the baby piglins to take my gold, give me worthless trades, and sprint away like a child. I mean, right now all they do is if you put down any piece of gold, baby piglins will steal it. I mean, they do a child equivalent, which is they see that you have a shiny and they take the shiny and run away. So you can't say that they're completely not like that. They're not giving you their pocket lint. But that would be really cute. But I think pig variants is, I just think it's a nice thing. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. Let's go stare at the dogs. Because like I don't have all the dogs yet, and that's fine. I'm not anticipating ever having all of the dogs in this world. So like, dogs cute. 10 out of 10, dogs are very cute. Like, look at these guys, look at all their different little faces, and they're all the same model, and they all think the same way, and they don't do anything differently, but like, it fills me with an innate kind of joy when I look at this little group of dogs on top of this roof that really should have their own little doghouse, and I just see friends that I have wandered around the world, and you can be like, oh, well, I know where you came from, and I know the kind of biome you came from, and you come from this kind of place, and you can build up little stories. And I think that's what I really, really, really like about the variants, is that they do allow people to build up stories more in their world. So I'm very happy with that. Hold on, let me collect this, and then we'll go pull up the next one. Because they have, I think it was like a list of like 6, right? Hold on, where's Shy? Gar's doing fantastic, guys. I don't know where the other... Oh. Hi. I don't know where the other... Where's the little one? Did I lose my tiny little... Did they die? Did my tiny little salmon die? Did they die? Did they change size? Oh no, they're right there. Y'all's no car and bugs. Because shrimps is bugs. Shrimps and bugs, pancakes. They live here. Okay. All the fish are doing well. Wait, can we get piglin variants, like different types of villagers, but it is different piglins, depending on the nether biome / structure they spawn in? That'd be interesting too. I mean, you kind of have that in that there are different, well, I guess it's just the brute. That's not really variants, but like, I'm sure that they could probably come up with some things around it, like depending on biome. Because what happened is that they wanted to have dog variants, and they had, well, we don't have them here. Hold on, we're gonna go look at them. Because I think you can trace a whole bunch of these moves actually back to the frogs. You can kind of trace it back to villagers, but you can really trace it back to frogs. Because, as we all know, villagers come in different types. If you get villagers from different villages, or from different biomes, they are different skins. They are. The villagers in a desert village look different than the villagers in a plains village, look different than a villager in like some of these other places. They have different, or no, there's like the jungle and stuff, I don't know. There's different skins for them. And so I think from that they made frogs. So the orange one is temperate, the white one I think is, I actually don't remember which one is cold and which one is warm. But all three of those different colors come from having tadpoles that grow up in different temperatures. And so, okay, Void also laid it out. The temperature range in Minecraft goes from cold to mildly chilly to temperate to mildly warm to hot. Now, if you're in a cold or mildly chilly biome, it counts the same for the mobs. But like between the frogs having that kind of like temperature map of like if they grow up in a certain place, they look a certain way, you got things like, oh, well, let's also do variants on dogs, which are biome specific, but still like they went, okay, so let's put these all across this area and like make sure that there's a good spread of them across all of the different types of temperatures of biomes and things like that. And so what we're coming back to is essentially another like 3-color split with the pigs, where we're going to have the temperate, the chilly, and the warm variants. I'm fine. I'm leaving. White is warm, green is cold. That would make sense. I just forgot. It's been a while since I had to do anything with like frog farms, and like I literally put that knowledge into my head and then said, I never want to remember this again. And then I didn't remember this again. And I think, like I said, I think it leads to some interesting storytelling. I think if you're not playing this as a long-term world, if you're instead playing it as like a wander around and have fun, it's easier to come up with very silly, like, little stories about, like, having frogs in certain places and wanting to make them different colors, and, like, there's a lot of things that you can do with, like, all these variants. Very good. 10 out of 10. The other one that I'm actually really excited about, I can't, well, I'll show 2 of the screenshots, because these 2 screenshots are the important ones. We've seen in recent years, with a lot of the updates, they have been leaning towards particles when it comes to trees. So like, obviously I can't show it in this world right now, but the pale oak tree has particles coming off of it, which is really nice. Oh, not that one. That's fine. But they've been working on like particles as well for just all leaves. And so they've also been looking at things on the ground, and so you have like, they're looking at doing more things with things out of the cherry biome where we had all those little flowers on the ground, and they're going, okay, but what if we bring this to other biomes? What if we start adding things there? And then that turns into, okay, but what if we also just add more things to the ground? What if we just say, fuck it. Oh, that already exists? No, it doesn't. Does it? Is it just a bad file type? It might be a bad file type. It won't show up because they made it a bad file. But essentially, like, They were like, okay, but what if we also have leaf litter on the ground? So what if we have a blanket of leaves on the ground? And I'm assuming that it operates in the same way that these flowers do, where it's technically broken up into 4s, and then you can place down certain amounts, or you can have full coverage and things like that. Also, thank you, Woo, for the water break. But like, that's super cute. That's just super cute. I think the leaf particles, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I honestly don't. It's so interesting and so weird. I think if they made it so that one tree type or 1 or 2 tree types did leaf particles for green leaves, I'd be fine with it. I'd be fine with it, but I'm not sure I like it on every single one. I think it would make forests just nonsense. I say make them textures instead of blocks so you can still build on them, because removing the petals are a genuine pain. No, I think it's fair to leave them as blocks. I think it's fair to leave them as blocks. If you start placing them or start using them like that, like, even if they're like technically a transparent block in which you can walk through, like in the way that the flowers on the ground were, it looks like that's the way they want the leaves to be. I think having it as a dirt variant wouldn't make a lot of sense. And having it as just an effect you can put on, well, I guess it'd be like path blocks. I don't know. I think there's a couple ways they could go around it. Maybe treating it like a path block in that you apply something to the dirt and then you can never silk touch that kind of dirt. It's just a thing. Maybe. Maybe. But if Minecraft adds seasons, I will leave. I do honestly kind of hate seasons in open world games. I don't think Mojang is going to add seasons. I don't think they are. Seasons are dumb, we should be tidally locked. No. I think that a lot of this, I think a lot of people are probably looking at those things that people are like looking at adding and going, that means they're adding seasons. They're not. They wouldn't, I don't think, at this point, because then what's the point of having snowy variants of biomes and things like that? Like, I think it would be a little bit silly. I know this is still dinging. I want to go stare at them for a second. You guys doing okay? How you doing in here? Well, now we have to go check and make sure everybody's here. Who are you? Unnamed witness exists. Franklin exists. You must be Tide Pod. You are Tide Pod. And who's in here? Well, somebody... Scrungus is in here. Cool. Everybody's accounted for. No mobs lost. I think at one point, although I will say this, and I guess this also leans into conversation about Notch saying that he wanted to make Minecraft 2. Notch, years ago, said that he wanted seasons in Minecraft. And I've played Better Than Adventure, which is based on old Minecraft implementing some things that people have wanted. And one of those things was seasons. I have a problem with Better Than Adventure seasons in that it doesn't move at a satisfying pace, but I couldn't tell you what a satisfying pace would be. Because I felt like every time I would play on Better Than Adventure, I'd wander around and I would see the seasons change, and it would happen simultaneously too slow and too quick. I don't need the potions, that's what's bothering me. It's a really, really hard one to balance, I think, in a game like Minecraft. And I don't think it would be, I don't think vanilla needs it. Really, at the end of the day, I don't think vanilla Minecraft needs seasons. At all. I really, really, really don't think it needs it. I think you can do enough without it. And I think it could be disruptive in some worlds if they added it. But that's also a personal opinion. So I do not speak absolute truth here. If anybody ever claims that they speak absolute truth, they're lying. I think my thing is that seasons often fucks with gardening / crops, and I hate that more than anything. I think that's also some of my concern, is that it would make crop things really weird. Actually, you know what? That's what we could do today. Well, I can't harvest that. But we can go work on the field. Yeah, we can go work on wheat today, because it's a good chatty activity. Yum. We'll grab a couple extra shulkers to put some more seeds in so that I have even more. And I might need to grab some other materials. We'll double check. Yeah, we'll get 2 more shulkers. Also, if seasons were more like how real planets have seasons, where southern hemisphere is flipped from the northern. See, there's some interesting call there for like maybe like the 0 lines would have some other effects on like how the world works, but I still think seasons would be too much. Also, if you're gonna affect crops, let me build greenhouses or implement temperature things. Yeah, and I think that's the major problem for Minecraft with seasons. Right now, there are no systems in place that would allow for people to do greenhouse structures or control temperature in any way, even like minutely for the areas that they are interacting with. I think there needs to be a lot of work done in regard to making it make a lot more sense within the world and make it make a lot more sense with other mechanics that exist. I somehow had 27, but I guess that's fine. I don't remember what wood we used. We have to go look at the desert stuff, and then we'll have to go see what materials I have, and then maybe come back. I want Noida's temperature system in a Minecraft-like game. Make it, Ether.
Hello, Twader and rats.
Hello.
I am not frozen to death by ice, snow. I do, however, now have an inhaler if that tells you what my sickness did to me.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, hi, I hope you're all well.
I hope you're doing okay, Ibn. I'm sorry you're not feeling well still, but I'm so glad that the weather did not get you too bad. Also, that's a lot because you'd basically have to update every single block that changes with seasons. I think that's the other thing, is making sure that that doesn't overload systems, and making sure that that interacts nicely with other things is going to take a lot of work. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying I would hate it completely, but I am saying that I don't think Minecraft in the current moment needs it. Terraria? No, not Terraria. But I think that letting people simulate seasons is not a bad thing. And I think that Mojang has seen how much people like falling particles. And I think that that is affecting the other things that they are working on in terms of like ambience. And I describe a lot of like Mojang's recent updates to Minecraft as ambience creators. What they are focused on isn't necessarily like big like gameplay changing updates. They're focusing on how do we polish this further, how do we make little pieces of this glow even more. And I think giving leaves and more flowers that you could litter on the ground is a really good way to help people simulate the seasons, because I've seen so many builds where everyone's like, this is a fall build, and then they'll use like texture packs to like really make it look like a fall build, like change the color of leaves and things, and like add some stuff to the ground. And I want to see more of that. I also don't want it to break everything. I think an ambience focus is a good idea now that they've gone back to smaller, more frequent updates. And I saw people getting like, not pissy or like necessarily upset, but I saw, oh, I need lanterns. That's what I needed. I need lanterns and maybe some more tile walls. Just kidding, I don't need tile walls. Do I need dirt? I don't think I need dirt. I have 2 buckets. I need lanterns. Savannah is the fall biome. Very easy for me to look at it and be like, that's not grass, it's leaves covering the ground, and the leaves just look like it, so I must be right. Well, okay, hold on. No. Because there's not one fall biome. I'm going the wrong way. There's not one fall biome. There's more than one, if you really, really look at it. Because what about the mega taigas? Like, these, like, old growth pine and spruce taigas. That are the big-ass trees, and they've got the... My brain almost said compost. It's not compost, it's the other thing. It's that one block that looks like compost in my head. But they have that on the ground. That is a very fall biome, too. So I think letting people... Podzol, that's what it is. Letting people simulate seasons is a really fine idea. Let me have leaf litter. Let me put it places. Hell, let it change depending on the biome. Let there truly be fall biomes, and let some of them have, like, brown leaves and some of them have green leaves, or let different types of leaves change what color leaves you put on the ground, but not the texture of the leaves that you put on the ground. Like dark oak and oak actually having a difference. Like if you put dark oak on the ground, it looks one way, but if you put oak on the ground, it looks a different way. I think that'd be kind of cool. I really do. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like you can't look at this and tell me that this is not a fall floor. This is leaf litter. This is leaf litter. Like, no joke, that is leaf litter. So, I think that there's a lot of room for them to, like, mess with that and make it look very, very neat. I need lanterns. Wait, do I have lanterns in the house? Why is there a cat? Hold on, I need fish. You're coming here with me. Puffer says hello. Hi, Puffer. Come here. Come here. Come here, you little shit. Stop walking away. So anyways, now I have a cat. Bugs and shit crawling over sticks in that texture? Oh, absolutely. Come here. You're going on the porch. Bonk. Porch cat. Anyways, what was I doing? Lanterns. I got distracted. That happened. I don't think Mojang should import seasons. I don't think that should be the goal. I think they could do other things and it would be interesting. And I think it would be fun. And I think they could do a lot of very, very cool stuff with it. Taking these. Bug is bugs. Yeah. Okay, hold on. What were the other ones? Ba-ba-ba. They have 6 new features. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what the 6 new features is, because I can count 5 technically new things, unless they're counting both pig variants as separate things. Because there's 2 pig variants. There's the falling leaves, the leaf litter, and the wildflowers. And then the last one that they're working on and perhaps wanting to change, which I think this one might become controversial for a second. They want to make the lodestone recipe different. So right now, actually, hold on. I'll leave that there for a second. It's fine. It's inside the house. So right now, if you want a lodestone, you need, what is the name of that stone block? Chiseled stone brick, the spiral looking one, the one with the circle, and you need a netherite ingot. It is not a cheap thing to get. It's not a cheap thing to get. It takes a lot of effort to get one. You have to do a lot of digging in order to get one. I keep forgetting that's in here. So this block right here costs a netherite ingot. This block right here. If I want to like make a compass hook up to this, netherite ingot. For one. And a compass costs you iron and redstone. Hi Voop. Hi Scoop. So, the suggested change right now that they are testing out in a snapshot for Java is that a lodestone will cost you 1 iron. One iron. No more netherite. 1 iron. I have no opinions on this, TBH. I can see them getting really annoying, and I could see them getting used more, which is good in one way, and maybe more annoying for others. I can see a lot of people that were really excited to use them as building materials being really excited. I could see a lot of people being very upset that they're making it like essentially not that rare of a block. They're taking lodestones out of late game and putting them in early game. Yeah, they're trying to get... I think they're trying to balance out the use of maps that nobody wants to do anymore. Because, like, people don't make a lot of, like, big map walls in order to figure out where their stuff is anymore. Like, I'm not saying people don't do this, but I'm saying that it's not as much of an early game activity. Like, early game in old Minecraft, I used to, like, make maps of the places that I was so that I could see where, like, things were, and, like, you use the banners with names on them. And then you could tell where everything was, and you could, like, label things on maps. So instead of having that, you would have just lodestones with compasses pointing everywhere. The only people who I think are getting mad about it are the people who already made them. Yeah, because they're expensive. They're expensive, or if you have to spend a lot of time hunting them. So they're either expensive material-wise, or expensive in just straight up time. Because you can get them in bastions. And so now they're going to have to tweak the bastion loot tables, because now that's going to be worth something different than what it used to be before, and so who knows how they're going to rebalance that. Who knows? I don't know nothing. Put you in here. Okay. Seems like something that'd be great mid-game. Things like, seriously, netherite is too much. I don't know. It kind of makes sense, because there are cheaper ways to mark where things are. So is there going to be anything else that's going to become cheaper, or something else that's going to become expensive otherwise? So, seriously forgot about- I genuinely forgot about the name banners. They're neat! I think it's really, really fun. I don't know if I got rid of it. I think I left it. No, I might have had to move it because I think it was in the center of town. No, I just barely missed it, I think. This one, although I don't think it shows up when I hover over it. No. This one's named. That one's named. I don't want to move it because it's tied to some maps that are in some inventories, and I don't want to, like, overwrite it. Do they still work? Yeah, they haven't taken that out. That feature's still in there. Is it named Piss? No, it's named Village. Because it's like from the first 6 months of me playing where I think my render distance was set to 8. And I had legitimately no idea that that village was over there for an extended period of time. It's totally named Piss. Okay, I have to go look now. We're gonna go look and see if I can find it. Like, Bedrock doesn't have anything like that. Your options are lodestones or nothing. Which may be why they're deciding to do it. Bandito. They might be trying to do that in order to balance out... I don't know why some of these are unknown. Yeah. Hold on. This is like old. This is super old. This is like... Actually, no, you can tell how old this is. There's a path right there. That path is not right there. How do you even do that, by the way? We get a new map. I don't know which of the banners inside of the house is the one that's labeled home. Like that. So you have a map right here. And you go, well, I want this map to have this banner. I don't know where it is. I want it to recognize that that banner's there. I want it to use that banner. So you click on it and it adds it. And you click on it again and it gets rid of it. It's like legitimately a pretty interesting thing. I'm kind of sad that they would not give this to... That's the named one. I'm kind of sad that they would not give that to Bedrock. I feel like that would be a really good one to give to Bedrock. Also, by the way, at some point I need to like glass pane this set of maps because this is so old and I want to preserve it forever because this is so old that that entire area of water still exists, which it doesn't in the current day and age. It's so old. This is truly a snapshot of like what hardcore world looked like for a while. You can see some things never changed. The spruce trees have been over there for ages. Literally stay in the same spot. That's where I grow all of my trees. Anyways, we go sleep through the night and then we go to wheat. Actually, I think there's another cool map. I keep scrolling away maps. That's not terraforming, that's world crafting. No, that's 2 layers of stone and then dirt on top of it. Hold on, there's another map that I think exists over here. That I don't think I've ever shown on stream. Or I haven't like extensively shown it on stream. I actually don't know which one of these it's in. I think it's in here? Yeah, right here. I have, it's 1, 2, yeah, it's just a 2x2 of this. And this is also old. This is so, wait, hold on. No, like legitimately. So I'm not in the right place for this. And it's obviously nighttime as well. So you can see some of that stuff is still where it is, but you can see like the forest that I got rid of. You can see, you can't see it right now actually, but there's like mangrove trees that I've put up further north up in this area, and like this I think has been terraformed more. Like there's like little maps like that that I kind of want to preserve. I guess I need this. Our server has a giant mat room and like we need identification without hours of mining to make enough lodestones for every player's base. Yeah. I think the lodestone change is an interesting choice. I think Mojang probably could have done the opposite change of like bringing banner stuff into Bedrock, and it would have been better, in my opinion. But we'll let them. Either, I don't know why you thought that that would get through the filters. Why would you think that country anime would get through the filters? After I banned Ibit for it once. You fool. I'm kidding. You're fine. Me when I point at a man and say that he's a man. Man. I'll reword my message. You're fine. So I think the Lodestone one is an interesting thing, but I think the Lodestone one makes me angry in the fact that they are not considering porting over the better feature. Even if you move it over to Iron, where Iron is an infinitely easier resource to get for people and is an infinitely easier grind to make, I think that the banner move would have been better. I think that the banner move to Bedrock would have been better. And I honestly might like go look and see if that's been submitted as an issue and be like, why doesn't Bedrock have that? Or does Bedrock have it and it doesn't work nicely? Like, what's stopping them from making this the feature? So, I don't know. I have opinions. But overall, all things considered, I do really, really, really like the direction of all of those changes in general. Because one, they're making exploration and record keeping of areas easier. Number two, they're making it easier to tell environmental stories through the things that they want to add block and ambience wise. Number three, Pig. Huh? Hi, Aether. Mojang released, stuff. Do you want to see Pig? Hold on, I'll show you Pig. That's not Pig, that's flowers. Hold on. Pig. Pig. Pig variants, Aether. That's one of the things that's in the snapshot from yesterday, is pig variants. So temperature-based variants, if you're in cold biomes, you'll find the guy on the right. If you're in hot biomes, you'll find the guy in the middle. If you're in temperate biomes, you'll find the guy on the left. 1.22. Whatever they decide to number it. We don't know if it's a major number change or if it's just like, what are we on? 1.21.5? They haven't said. We don't know. No. I don't really care what they want to number it regardless. These are small enough. Maybe that's just a very small number change. Who knows? My replica of Kirk's Palace will love those pigs. Yeah. It's an update. That's what counts. Yeah. And I have opinions. I have opinions about things and stuff. And most of my opinions are that, like, I don't think it's, like, that big of a deal the way that they're doing updates right now. Legitimately, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I know a lot of people that are feeling very much away about the way that Mojang is deciding to do their updates. And I think that's also valid. I think you can feel however you want to feel about it. But it feels a little bit silly to me, maybe. The way that I've seen, like, some people get really, really mad about, like, well, this isn't enough of updates. And I'm like, okay, but what would be enough updates for you? What do you want to see? Do you want to see one of, like, the powerhouse updates? Like, I'm thinking, like, back to... Hold on, I have to pull this up. Java... I'm trying to think. Was it 1.13 was the major ocean update? The update Aquatic, where they added... blue ice, bubble columns, button pressure plates, and trapdoors which had separate textures for everything, carved pumpkins, conduits, coral, and all the 5 variants, and all of the different types of coral blocks and things as well. They had the fans, they had dead coral blocks, dead coral fans, dried kelp blocks, kelp was added, prismarine stairs and slabs were added, seagrass was added, sea pickles were added, stripped logs were added, turtle eggs were added. Like, and that is just blocks. That is not all of the other items that they added. That is not all of the other, like, small changes that they made. That isn't all of the, like, spawn eggs that they did. It isn't all of the changes that they did, because they also added more mobs. They did a ton of stuff. And, like, not, that sounded like I said porn. I didn't mean that. 1.13 was a powerhouse of an update. But 1.13 happened in 2018. 1.12 happened in 2017. And that was another big update. But when you look at some of these updates, a lot of the things that they were doing were very small. Even when it looks like a lot of material was done, it's still really small what they did. Because when they did all of the ocean stuff, it was like, we are focusing on one biome in the world. We are making that biome really good. We have centered all of our knowledge and all of our understanding onto this one biome. And I think that's fine, because they were smashing all of this stuff into one update. And then in recent years, they've tried to do really big updates that included a lot of other things, like that included updates to, like, the way that Minecraft runs and making it more efficient. And that is really hard and seems really disappointing when one of the major parts of the update is the game works better and it's not another piece of content. So the way that Mojang is going about it and going like, okay, we want to make things better and we want to make sure that people feel like they're still getting content alongside it. All of the drop updates that have happened so far tend to have a technical fix or a technical change with them. Dog armor and dog variants was also accompanied by the component change. Other major system updates have happened also with drops. I think drops legitimately helps us, like, get more of what we actually want out of the game while also letting them have space and time to do a ton of stuff. And I've seen plenty of people on the internet, and people will forever and always do this, complain relentlessly about the fact that Mojang is changing their update stuff. But when I look at it, I see old Minecraft. I also see a cat. They live there now. Old Minecraft used to be, hey, we added dogs. You want dogs? Have some dogs. And that was what they added. That was what they did that week. And we were very happy about it. I mean, we were disappointed about the dog thing because Notch had promised a lot of stuff and it was more than just dogs, and then he didn't give us more than just dog. It was just dogs. It was just more dogs. We were very upset about it, but it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. But like, we got cool dogs, and then later on we got other things, and then we got even more cool stuff, and it just took time to get there. And I think a lot of people are forgetting that it doesn't matter if your game is Minecraft or your game is, I don't know, well, I guess you guys are gonna make it Silksong. It doesn't matter if your game is Silksong, it doesn't matter if your game is Minecraft, it doesn't matter if your game is Destiny 2, it doesn't matter if your game is CSGO, it doesn't matter if your game is Baldur's Gate 3. A lot of what feels like small changes to players tends to take a lot of very concerted effort from a lot of team members in order to make. And I know some people will be like, Mojang has not Minecraft. Well, I mean, Mojang has Minecraft. But Mojang has Microsoft behind them. Like, they can get a whole bunch more stuff. They can, like, get so many things. Pong, 0 updates in like 50 years. But like even with like big teams behind some games don't push out more than like, here's a couple more skins every couple months. And I'm not saying that like, oh, well, we can't like hold Mojang accountable for anything when they're working really hard, guys. We can hold them accountable for like when they say like, oh, well, we want to do this big update, and then they deliver something that is like literally not what they promised. We can hold them accountable for that, but like they're taking steps to make it more in line with what they are probably able to do. Also, we're gonna start, hold on, I'm gonna, right here I think would be a good spot. Can we judge them for being smelly? Yes. I think that's fair. That's not restricted to just the gaming world either. It kind of happens with every company. I mean, hell, it happens with books. Like, there are books that I am so excited for the next one to come out. I will also wait 50 million years for those books to come out. Like, not a joke. I will wait until the end of the earth for some of those books to come out. And they'll come out eventually. But, like, books also take a lot of people, because it isn't just the author, even though sometimes it might be, like, a self-published thing. You need to get it edited. You need to work with graphic designers. You need to make sure that it's laid out correctly. You need to go through the proper process of making sure everything makes sense in this. Otherwise, it's going to look like hot shit. Every project takes an incredible amount of time, and I think we forget that with a lot of stuff. Rat server news that oxidized copper upside down tea, it's probably been there for like a year. Yeah, because people, I keep telling people not to unoxidize it because I think it's funnier when it's oxidized. I mean, it took like 3 years of archaeology. I might not like the system because of my special interest in archaeology. It's clear it took time to design. I'm happy about that. Okay, I will say this. I think the trail ruins are kind of disappointing. I think if they added like another archaeology site, I would be really ecstatic for it. I think as it stands now, I'm kind of disappointed in it, and I think that's okay to be disappointed in it. Because they definitely hyped it up like it was going to be even more than what it turned out to be. But I'm happy that they went through and they made that system, and like, yeah, you might not use all of it, but like, a lot of the things that came out of it are really cool. Like, think about the pots. The pots that are now such a fun part of going into a trial chamber. Like, that's legitimately some of the most fun I have ever had, is going into a trial chamber and then breaking every single pot within sight. Had they not done the archaeology update, we wouldn't have had that. We just straight up wouldn't have had that feature. So I do think that there's like a lot of cool stuff that they have done. I think overall Mojang is doing a really good job with the game, and I think that I'm happy to let them cook. I think that the people that are complaining about like Mojang's not doing enough, or they're not putting enough into this part of the game that I really like, I think that those people, and I say this with a lot of love in my heart, I think those people just don't want new Minecraft things. And I think that those people should go back to playing a version of Minecraft that they enjoyed and not worry about the updates. Legitimately. Because if you're getting like bent out of shape over things in a game that you can go back and play most of the original versions of it, I think you're getting mad at nothing. Which I think may be a hot take that is not hot, but I don't know how prepared some people are to hear that fact, so. Happy the ominous effect is now a bottle. I definitely think like they saw that people were using it against each other on servers and like were accidentally stumbling into it and making their experience worse, and said, how do we fix it? And like how the bundles came to be. I think Mojang cares so very much about their player base. They were watching people play the game. Like, we've known for years that Mojang has like especially like to people like Phil who are very old Minecraft people, we know that Mojang has been talking to like people like Phil going like, okay, so how did you make that error happen? How did you break the game this time? How did you do that? And I think it's important that they do that and like actually the chicken's dead and actually pay attention to the way that players are doing things. So like when we turn around and we see like the stuff around how they researched for the bundles, how they were taking screenshots of like streamers with their inventories open and screenshotting it and going, what's in their inventory? What are the players actually having in their inventory at any given moment? That's just the same house, but different. How are they actually playing with it? How are they actually wanting to use the game? Are they using it in a way that makes sense? How do we get rid of some of the clutter inside of this? Like, if we combine things together in different ways, would that fix some of these problems? And I think they did a really good job of like considering it because, and I will say this, bundles is a very good inventory solution. And I know people will disagree because they'll be like, but it doesn't carry full blocks. Or it doesn't like carry more than 64. To which I'd say the inventory solution is not for you, late stage player. The inventory solution is aimed at the more average Minecraft player that is playing for 3 hours, maybe closes the world, and probably never opens it again. Maybe for some people that are playing in newer versions, maybe they're doing it for them too. But they are definitely aiming that at not me. The bundle isn't for me. And that's okay, it's just not aimed at my player. Maybe if I started a new hardcore world tomorrow, I think maybe I would make bundles and I would use them. But at this stage in this world, they mean nothing to me. And that's like, that's fine. That's whatever. I'm just disappointed I can't put a bed in there with anything else. But I use them for anything else. Huh. I don't know about that one. That one doesn't make... Beds can... Wait, hold on. Beds can't stack. Never mind. That does make sense. Because the way that they calculate the weight of an item, like quote unquote the weight of an item in your inventory, is based on whether or not it stacks. So seeds can go into 64. So you can have up to 64 in there. Water bucket, tools, don't stack. So they count as 64. Totems can stack. Right? Totems can stack, right? No, totems can't stack. Trying to remember what I did to Rat server. I know I left my totems out, but I don't know if that means that they can't stack. Do I have totems in here? Where are my totems? I think no, you're not a reliable source of information. Cannot stack. Cannot stack. So these get to live as one. They equal 64. How is water bucket heavier than a stack of gold? No. Not weight literal. Not weight literal. Weight metaphysical. In the way that the game defines how many things can exist in a stack. Technically, 16 snowballs would be the same weight as gold if we go by your logic, but that's not what they're saying. When Mojang is making it so that you can only put like 2 snowballs in and then, or like, what is it, 8 snowballs in and then a half stack of anything else. That's the weight I'm talking about. It's not about like literal weight. It is about like how the values are calculated in the game. Like, your boots aren't going to be heavier than a stack of gold, but you could only put one of those in. Some of that's gonna go away and that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. A bundle can only hold one normal inventory space of space, which your game calculates it as 64. And when you have something like snowballs or ender pearls or something that can only like stack to a certain amount, it's different. Now I'm thinking about when armor was stackable. That was a long time ago. Hi, Icy. No, not in WoW. Hold on, I'm trying to look it up. I thought Blossom was trying to say efficiency. No, I don't think this is going to be correct because that's calculations. What was it? Hold on, we're going back to the log of when armor was changed throughout the years, because they've done little changes to it. It's so long or such like a small thing that it's not even like in the logs. Which is interesting. Yeah, no, it was such a small thing so long ago, and it might have been in like even in InfDev that it's not even noted in the wiki. Also love the rats, but my wife does not, so vodka. Have a good night, Minty. But it's so interesting the way that Minecraft is doing things. And I do like the way that they're doing things. The same, but without vodka. No, that's fair. Two. One. I think I can get those. Not you. 2, 3, 4. That's close enough. I just have a faint memory of a 64 stack of a sword. I mean, there have been glitches that have done that over the years. But usually it's not something very serious. Yeah, because we're talking about Minecraft. You know, hit indie game Minecraft. Nope. Clover, did you see the pigs? Did you see the pig? You get to see the pig variants. They're looking at pig variants for Minecraft update. And that's what they look like, and I love them. I think it's really cute. I cuddled a pig once. Aww. Sometimes I see pigs and they do strike me as very cuddly creatures, but I think it's an individual thing. There's a cat in my lap. Ignore typos. He recognizes your voice at this point. Hi, cat. Hope you're doing okay, cat. I hope you aren't causing problems, cat. Hi, Anne. Are you causing problems? You didn't even want the salad that I was offering you. And you're over here, sitting so nicely and so politely. But overall, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't care how many resources you think a studio has. Like, I don't care how big you think the company behind them is. Like, I've seen too much bullshittery when it comes to the way that big companies have treated small teams within a company and how few resources they have been given and how little that they have to survive off of, and I just go, no. I think I'm just gonna let things lie. I think I'm just gonna let things wait for a little bit and see what happens from there. He's causing problems. He's trying to invade France. That's very ambitious for a cat. You missed one? Well, now I have to drown myself, and I didn't just accidentally fall into a hole in the ground. Oh, you. Stop trying to drown yourself. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm tired of the way that everybody moves too quickly. And like, I don't know. How do I explain this? Because like, I listened to Markiplier talk endlessly about how you only have so much time in your life to do things and that you should make that time count. And I fully agree with him on that. Life is short, you need to do the things and like not spend all of your time like waiting. Oh, that's right, we can't get rid of you. You're here forever. That one's there forever, but this one can go away. But there is a fine line between like being super efficient with your time and being unrealistic about what you can do in the time that you have. I think it is okay to take your time. I think it is okay to spend time enjoying the process. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think if you want to spend all of your time on a project just doing it for the hell of it and not wanting to worry about the end point, I think that's okay. Do I think that that should mean that you give up on getting to end results within certain guidelines or by deadlines? No, but I think that there's like, you can have a difference between wanting to finish all of your projects and living a decent, fulfilling life. I think this also comes back to a lot of the way that I feel about, here, we'll add the dirt over here. I have a lot of feelings about the way that, like, people go about consuming content. And I know that there's also been, like, some very, very interesting conversations about, I need to put that one there, content consumption right now, because creators left and right on every platform are getting accused of, like, copying each other. And in some cases, they are definitely copying other people, and in other cases, it is just, oh no, these two creators both have a special interest in this one thing over here, and you just so happen to catch the streams or the video where they, like, were both thinking about the same thing at the same time because it was in the news or it was in the public mind or things like that, and so they were just both thinking about it, making the content. I just want people to slow down and enjoy the fact that multiple people are going to do the same thing and that there's no such thing as originality and that people are allowed to make whatever. But again, this is like a weird hot take that I don't really think is a hot take, but I think the internet thinks is a hot take. Sometimes. Like, I see people, like, panic when, like, multiple streamers have, like, similar ideas at the same time, and I'm like, it's fine. Hi, Hoppy, welcome in. I hope you're having a good time zone. Or, like, every now and then, like, a creator will do something, and they'll be like, yeah, but so-and-so has done it before, and I'm like, let the other person do a fun thing. Let them try out the weird experiment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put it here? Yes. Oh. I missed a spot, guys. I think I'm just gonna pick these up and replant them later, because I'm gonna do this again. I was wondering if you knew anything about slime farms. Well, you gotta look for a slime chunk. And then you gotta make flat places so that the slimes will spawn. And then you gotta... Well, you need some sort of way to lure them into the middle. I think the way that a lot of people do it is with golems. I don't actually know, though. Like, I am not a good source of knowledge, I will say. You missed a spot and also missed diamonds. Oh, no, not the turtle. I missed diamonds, the turtle. I missed diamonds, the turtle, too. 3, 4... Wait, no, I can't remind you. I'm going to bed. How dare you lie to me then? How dare you? I'll remember. Don't worry. Because we're gonna go from top to bottom, and so I'm gonna fill in all of this area. I'm just slowly getting over there. This is going to be a slow process. I'm a little bit sorry, but it's fine. I know I'm truly awful. The worst. Truly the worst. And this is why we're not worrying about it. This is why we're not worrying about it. I do have my slime farm in a slime chunk, and I still have it under Y40, but I was wondering how long it took for slimes to spawn. Like, probably a few minutes. That depends on a couple of things. Okay. Hold on, Happy. I'm gonna preface this with I don't build automatic farms very often. The ones that I tend to build are, it's there. Okay, 1, 2. The ones that I build tend to be, mostly manual because I like the grind of Minecraft and I don't mind doing things. But I can tell you stuff about how mobs spawn. Which is that there is a radius around you in which mobs will not spawn, and then there's a radius beyond that in which mobs will spawn. So, you probably need to be further away than you think you are from things in order to get things to spawn, but not too far away. This is why you need to start at the top and work down, though I guess that's what you're doing, barring that one layer. Yeah, I kind of forgot, and then I went, oh yeah, there's a hill. I just had a momentary lapse of judgment. It's fine, we'll get there. Oh yeah, that one doesn't reach, so that's gonna be fine. But after that, it's completely dependent on other things in your world, like how many other mobs are around, how many things are taking up the, because there is a max amount of mobs that will generate around you. That is just a fact of Minecraft life. There is a max amount. This includes your spawn chunks. In case you did not take that into account as well. If you have accidentally trapped or on purpose trapped a lot of mobs in your spawn chunks, depending on what version you are in or if you've changed that at all, it can be different numbers, but in general, it's going to be the, well, for modern versions past a certain point, it's going to be a 3x3 centering around the chunk in which you spawned. In those 9 chunks, any mobs that exist those will count against your mob cap. So if you've got other farms that are running inside of spawn chunks, that could be causing problems. If there's a lot of caves nearby where you are, that could be causing problems. I go 24 plus blocks away vertically so they can spawn in my farms. Slime farms never happen when you want them to happen and always happen when you create a beautiful build that goes all the way down to bedrock. No, that's true too. That is the other part of Minecraft building that I've discovered, and it is just, I did not mean to make this farm, and now there's just slimes everywhere, and now I live here. There is an alternative to the current slime farms if you're wanting an alternative that does not have to be dependent on slime chunks, though. In case you want ideas there. Hi, Green Master. I have no idea who you are or what you've done, but despite that, I wish you all a nice day and good wishes. Have a nice day, beautiful people. I hope you are having a good day as well. Although I guess there is a little bit of a caveat to the other idea that I'm thinking of, but it's not like a huge caveat, but there is a caveat to it. Which is that you need at least a block of slime before you start. Hello, I'm calling you green. No, that's fair. I do that to people on the internet all the time. Hello, you said your name is these several words. I'm now giving you one of them. There's water here. There's not water here! Whoops. You're caving? I can't go into the cave. I could go into the cave. There's iron right there! No, I don't need that. Why would I get excited about iron? I have enough iron in order to keep me going for 1,000,000 years. If they made the update to the lodestone today, I could have like a stack of I could have a shulker of lodestones. Oh my god, I could make a shulker of lodestones. But also, yeah, I'm gonna leave the cave. I'm gonna try to not do any terraforming. At least half of you know my name and you still call me Exorcist. In my defense, if I meet you in a Twitch chat and you have a different username and that's how I started calling you something on the internet, I will call you by that name until you die or otherwise change your username and correct me. There are people on the internet who I see and my brain still calls them by old internet usernames, despite them having changed their username like 15 times over. We'll do here. One. That one's not gonna count. We're just gonna plant that and then do that there. I've changed it twice, both during these streams. I'm so sorry. I will remember current usernames pretty well, and sometimes I will probably think about a past username and go, I wonder what happened to so-and-so, and not remember that it's you. But that's because I'm bad at names and faces, but also you don't have a face for me to remember. You just have usernames. Yeah, I'm doomed. I'm doomed. Stay. I guess I don't need that then. So 1, 2, well no, I will need that over there. We'll leave this here. We'll do this one. Whee! No. Okay. We need to do that part as well. I think the only person who has gotten away with me not having brain reset at changed usernames is Cassie, but she's been here long before me. Yeah, Cassie's kind of escaped it, but that's because, again, I knew Cassie before I knew Twitch. So there's some precedent to me remembering any name besides the one username that she currently uses. We've been internet friends for a very long time. Clover, what would you do if I changed my username? Probably the same thing that I do every time I get confused about T's changing display names. Go double check what else they've said and then go, oh, it's so and so. I remember you'd still call me Griffin. Oh, you know what? Funnily enough, I did think, I wonder what happened to like, it was like a group of people and I think your old username was in there. I don't got a good memory. I'm gonna become Fiery Cat. I think we'd still call you Icy. Which I think would be even funnier. Yeah, Zippy, that's why I keep always part of an old display name in the new whatever I switch. But also I never changed the puppet. I love the puppet. I'm just remembering the puppet that one New Year's where everybody was sitting in VC and it kept updating. And we kept going, oh no, it's happened again. Come on. There we go. Doesn't help that my Discord changes every 3 days. Oh yeah, no, you're doomed. You're doomed if you're changing your Discord a lot. I won't remember. It's not for lack of trying. I don't have brain cell. I haven't changed my display name in a while. I'm gonna go do that now. I can't wait to be confused. I keep doing that to T. T keeps changing their username and then my brain goes, I don't know who that is. And then like 30 minutes later I go, that's T. Was that when Icy and I were up doing April Fools? Was it April Fools? Because you guys have done multiple bits with the puppets. I have all those images saved to my phone. That's so wonderful. I like people being silly. I need to change my profile picture. I need to get over my fear of changing my profile picture away from Anne. I need to change my profile picture. It's a problem. I'm so afraid. What will happen the day that I change it? I've used this username for years and will continue to use it because the better one I have in my back pocket is not enough better to justify asking people to learn my new username. Nah, April was a different time. I remember what you're talking about now. Puppet going kind of gooey and then talking about Terraform. Yeah. Make it a new pic of her? No, I want to do something else. She's so sleepy. Sorry, I looked over at her. She's sleepy. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to figure out April Fool's plan for this year. Oh no. I need to figure out April Fool's for this year. And maybe? Nah, I'd pick something else. I have a couple of ideas, but I'm not gonna say them out loud until I decide to do something with them. Should I just- I'm gonna leave all the trees. I kind of think it's funny to have the wheat field between the trees. Nothing will beat the successful dual impersonation though when Ziploc gave me mod color and everything. Those still exist in there. Those still exist in there as roles. I could still give people that if I really wanted to confuse everybody. We do silly pranks though. Don't do serious pranks that will actually upset people. Don't be mean to people out there. Be very nice to people. Sometimes practical jokes like that can very easily upset people. Pranks should never harm people. They should not make people unduly upset. Take care of the people in the world. Robin, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How is everybody doing? How was your stream? What were you doing? What were you playing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, You're being robbed. This is a stick up. I don't have any sticks to put up. I don't have any sticks to put up. I have a bucket. Want a bucket? I hope you guys are doing well. What were you doing? What were you playing? Welcome to me in a wheat field. I'm getting rid of this block. Started my own hardcore world not too long ago. Well, let me tell you, you're in for a journey. How old is your world? You don't have to tell me though if you really, really don't want to. But how old is your world? How long have you been playing it? Done anything cool in it? Seen anything weird? I like hearing about weird things that people find in Minecraft. Oh yeah, what are your opinions on soup? Netherite hoe is stick enough shape? Yeah, it is kind of stick. Soup's great, you'll fit in right here. But welcome in. If you don't know me, my name is Trader Valkyrie. This is my hardcore world. I love hardcore Minecraft. There's no way you asked about soup. Do you like soup? Soup? Do you like it? That's too close. Hold on. Running gag. Robbie loves soup. Well, okay, hold on. Let's get further into this. How do you find soup and salad? What is the line between soup and salad? Ads are happening. God damn it, I missed it. I'm so sorry. Hold on. It always happens. Am I allowed to ask streamer? No, you can't ask about Final Fantasy XIV. Is that what you're asking to ask about? No, not that. Okay, what are you wanting to ask? Cannibalism? No, we have no, we're talking about soup right now, Woo. We can ask about cannibalism later. Why are you censoring it? Cannibalism isn't a censored word. You can say cannibalism here, right? Well, I can't test it because I can say anything in my chat without getting like smacked by AutoMod. Because this is funnier? Oh, I thought you meant Costco. Possibly the funnier interpretation of that is Costco. You said the word, then we were talking about it. I mean, that's fair. Wouldn't it be salad in soup? Anyways, welcome back. Wouldn't it be salad in soup? Soup in what? Well, yeah, but what's the line? If you had a salad that was really full of dressing, how much dressing would you have to put in there before you would just say that that's a soup? $51%? We ease them in it before we scare them off. Isn't it 50-50? $60%. Interesting. What is soup versus stew? That's a good question. When does a stew become a salad because it's not got enough liquid in it to be considered a soup? I don't know. Fruit salad can have a lot of juice and I'd still call it a salad. Okay, here's a weirder question. Would you describe a computer as a soup or a salad? Just to make you think about it. What is it? What is your computer when you think about it now? I describe it as a sandwich? Nope, your options are the binary options of soup or salad. Computer? A salad. Mmm. What about dehydrated soup? Is that all salad is? Yeah, if you dehydrate it, I'd consider it a salad. The two genders, salad or soup. So true. Okay, here's a different question. What would you consider the internet? Soup or salad? 1, 2, 3, 4. soup. I'm glad to see these communities align. It's very nice to meet you, everybody. No, but Robbie, I hope you are having a fantastic time zone. If you need to raid and run, don't feel pressured to hang out here the entire time. Definitely go take care of yourself. That is way more important than existing on the internet, way more. But we're happy to have you here. I love meeting people that play hardcore Minecraft because I think hardcore Minecraft is such an interesting game mode, and I like seeing people get to play it for the first time and get into it, because I accidentally am here for almost 4 years and I don't know how I wound up here. I just live here. So I hope you're having fun with hardcore Minecraft. Do things that make you happy with it. Don't stress too much. Just have fun. Are you the kind of person that says everything is soup to a degree? I'm the kind of person that will ask you if vampires are cannibals. So I take it you believe cereal in the ocean is soup too? Yeah. The answer is no, vampires are not cannibals. Interesting. Why? Explain to me your reasoning. Great segue. Hi, Woo. I mean, everything is soup at a molecular level. It's true. This is a match made in heaven. Wonderful. 2, 3, 4. Source, I am one, but why aren't you a cannibal? Explain to me how it makes sense. What about you makes it not cannibalism? I have an argument. What's your argument? Vampires are their own species like Neanderthals are to Homo sapiens. Yeah, but how different do you have to be? Or to truly be different? Hi, Anne. That's my cat. She's meowing at me. You can't hear her, but she is. What? Are you tall? Yes. Okay, she's tall. Humans eat fruit, but they don't eat the tree. Most of the times, vampires eat the fruit of human, not the human. The human stays alive. Depends on the vampire. Vampires being cannibals completely dependent on what vampire canon you're referencing, and drinking... If drinking blood is cannibalism. That is usually the crux of the issues. I keep flip-flopping on it because I think it's funnier to flip-flop on it. Hi, Anne. Do you have an opinion? Are the vampires cannibals? Your silence is speaking volumes. But also, you can't use words and can't explain to me what you're thinking, so... I've served many a trial and trail. Okay, that was a good one. That was a really good one. I just think it's interesting to think about, because there's like a million different ways to argue it, and it's not really even like there's a right or a wrong answer, because there's so many different schools of thought about everything. I think maybe some of this can... I don't want to terraform this. What if I just pretend this area doesn't exist for a little while and I come back to it later? I think that that's a reasonable thing to do. Terraform? No, I'm not gonna die. Today. Here. Now. Maybe later. Ooh, I hate to tell you this, but milk is a human byproduct too. It is. Vampires turn people with a sort of venom, which is non-instant acting. Since they don't eat other vampires, there is no cannibalism. It depends on the vampire thing, though, because not every vampire is turned by venom. Depends on the canon that you're looking at. Robbie's a pacifist vampire. Did you know that coconut water can be used as an emergency blood transfusion? Do you think that there's a whole, like, series of vampires that are out there going like, why is everybody drinking blood? Really? Yes. Hold on, we're doing the fact check. It's an emergency. It's not something that, like, you could do on a regular basis. But, like, if somebody is having an issue and they need a transfusion and they need, like, plasma, coconut water can be used. It's happened before. I think it's, like, or maybe it's not been happened, but, like, they've researched it and they're like, if something really, really, really needed to happen, yes. But no one's gonna do that. I want coconut blood? Okay. You can become a coconut. That's what you have to trade off, though. You become a coconut. If that happens. 4% of my blood can I replace with coconut water? No, not a lot. Not a lot of it. I write papers about the ethics of cannibalism. This is a safe space, woo. I don't know if we could describe this as a safe space. Coconut is one step along the path of becoming crab. I need to look at a giant tree. Is coconut blood human juice a vampire pina colada? Is coconut blood human juice a vampire pina colada? Yes. Next question. Have I yet told the rats about the English professor who is very enthusiastic about cannibalism, but also she cannot handle gore, which is an interesting mix. Wonderful. I need more fireworks too. I need to go stare at a tree. I need to contemplate my life choices. What are you doing over there? Hello? No. My ex-fiance was a vampire, can confirm. She said type A is the best. Does the tree stare back? No, it doesn't have eyes. Don't tell me you also have a thing for plants? No, I just built a tree once. And in moments of... I don't know what to describe this as, but in moments like this, sometimes I just want to look at a tree. I mean, I could take you to go look at not a tree. Okay, regular chatters? Project Paradise or tree? Some of them are biased. Yep, okay, they're all saying PP. Thank you. We'll look at this one first and then I'll show you the tree. North. Meow. Haha, you said PP? I did say PP. But it's Project Paradise. You'll understand, don't worry. Osu performance points? No. Project Paradise. And so you might be able to see the preview of it in the top right corner. Don't judge it until you can see it from an actual top-down perspective flying here. Hold on. Don't worry, it gets better. This is Project Paradise. What if we say it's the Garden of Eden? It is not the Garden of Eden, but it is officially in lore called the Garden. So you're close, but not quite. You're very powerful. No, this took a while. Actually insane. So I know that you said that you just started a hardcore world. I don't. First of all, I want to be very realistic about this. This world is almost 4 years old. This project, which I will stare down, turn on shaders, and zoom out in a second. This project took a year. And during that year, I played mostly Minecraft. So don't look at this and be like, I need to get this done tomorrow. If you look and see somebody with a project like this, know that there is an insane number of hours that go into a project like this. But remember, you can do this too, Robbie. I've done really long builds before. I know how long it takes. Yeah. Well, actually, Robbie, I don't think you understand how long this took because I did mine it out by hand. I mined it out by hand. So you can see there's the actual island. The original island is right here underneath all of this. So down to this layer. And up to here. Because I'm afraid of TNT dupers. And I don't want to touch them. I don't want to touch them. They scare me very much. But like, this is definitely something that like is possible, and never doubt yourself, even though it feels easy to. And I've done big builds before in Minecraft as well, but like, I don't think I got good at building until I really tried in hardcore. Like, I'd consider this right now the pinnacle of a lot of the building that I've done. And we'll go look at my giant tree, which is not the pinnacle of the work I've done, but it's still a build I'm very proud of. My build did not take that long. I have a problem. So many months of just mining in the end, that's probably where cannibalism talk began. I think we called the Void a communist during that, at the very least. But yeah, probably some of the cannibalism talk started here. Wait, yeah, we were talking about communism, and then the Void chimed in. But yes, no, just, you can do anything in hardcore. It's just about the patience. Oh yeah, you have the clip. It was literally your clip. No, but like, this is the kind of stuff that I absolutely adore doing in Minecraft, and like, if you're ever like stressed about like, well, how will I ever like make it a long-term thing? I like telling stories. So like, by, not profession, because it's not my profession, but like, by interest, I am a writer, not in anything else. Oh, also, I will drink water. I'm a writer before I am in anything else. And so one of the ways that like builds like this happens because I sit there and I go, well, I want to tell a story. And so I do things like I take elements, like the fact that the dragon is right there and is all the way around this circle and is blending into the environment, and that is a story. Also, thank you for the stretch. And also, Exorcist, thank you for the pronoun check. If you're in chat and you feel comfortable sharing your pronouns, now's the time to do so. I use any, and we respect all of them here. Ender Ouroboros? No, jail. Dragons in jail. Visual storytelling is awesome, and that's why I was yelling about Minecraft earlier. And all the new update stuff, and it's gonna make it a lot easier to do visual storytelling, and I hate that a lot of the new Minecraft updates make me want to start a new long-term world. Legitimately, this is gonna put me at spawn, actually. Yeah. Because this world is from 1.16. So it's missing out on a lot of features around spawn that I kind of wish I had. Anyway, there's been so many recent instances where I began typing my goodbye message and deleting it because of a raid. Have good block, game rats, and ziplock. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your time zone. Have a good time zone, Clover. Take care of yourself. Get good rest. Take care of yourself. Have good time tomorrow. Happy end of the week. I want to sit in there. I want to sit in my broken gazebo and I want to stare at my tree.
Comfort streamer. Trato 10 love.
Comfort chatter. Thank you very much, Clover. Tree. We still need to add stuff to the tree. Oh shit, we still need to add stuff to the tree. So I have this thing. So this tree has existed from very early on. I built this tree as I was doing prep to beat the dragon. And then I didn't finish it before I started beating the dragon. But one of the things that I've continued to do... It's this side. I know where I am. One of the things that I've continued to do over the years that I've had this hardcore world is I come into this part of the tree because this area didn't have anything going on in it, and I've added on to this with every update that's happened. So this area used to have nothing. It was just a hollowed out leaf area with some branches and things in it and some other little hidey holes in it. And we've been adding on to it. So we added moss, we added glowberries, we added the spore blossom, we added very obviously the sniffers in here and the flowers that came from them. We also have the allays, which I don't think are named in here. I think I put them here and then I didn't ever name them. I missed the do your homework X. Go to bed. You're going to bed. Yeah, none of you have names. Oh. Clover. Oh. What did you find, buddy? Nice. Mine now. We also have Michael. Yeah, some of them have names. Like this one's Bia. And this one is... Walta. I don't know all of their names. I don't remember all of them. But I didn't do a trials update to this one. I want to put something copper in there. And then obviously once we have the Pale Garden, because this hardcore world isn't updated currently. This is still a 1.21.3 world. We don't have the Pale Garden. We don't have the creaking. It's fine. I'll live. Maybe. Do you have a tree build planned? Is this the first mega build for this upcoming world? I mean, that tree is almost 4 years old. Like, that's an old build. Where's Michael? He's down in the basement of the tree. You know, a normal place for that. Oop. I don't like that song. There we go. Getting such a new appreciation for this build after building my first custom tree. How did you do such a big one? How? I don't know. I have no idea. Hi, Tomato. But one of the things I also do for myself in hardcore, actually, hold on. This is for everybody. I don't care if you play hardcore. I don't care if you play like just survival. I don't care what you do in Minecraft. If you have a long-term world and you're struggling to make the long-term world work out in your brain, I have one piece of advice for you. I have one piece of advice for you. And I will keep yelling this at people until I die. Make challenges for yourself. This is not the challenge, this is just habit. Okay. Make challenges for yourself. So like currently, I'm going to take you to a third build that I'm working on. This is like my actual like build that I'm working on. I can't have 1.21.4 until I finish one major aspect of this build. There's 3 different things that I've lined out for myself. I have to finish one of them in order to do anything. So this big box here that you are looking at is part of a giant lore build. This is for the god of mercantile things. His name is Stan. We love him. He is a piglin that exists in the world. This has been an in-progress build for 2 years. And I said, you know what will get me to finish this? The promise of that new pale oak tree. And so I literally said, like, it came out and I was like, I can't have that update until I finish something here. So there's an interior and the moss there is all temporary. And so like that's part of like if I finish a whole bunch of the interior stuff throughout all of the floors of this, I can have the update. If I finish the exterior details, which is what I was doing last stream, we spent an absurd amount of time like ironing out some of the outside of the lava here that was looking a little bit funky and a little bit weird, and then starting in on some of these details. Then I can have the update. Or the third one, which is the most interesting one, is actually not even in the Nether. If I come in here, if I finish this, if I finally finish this hanging garden and the rest of the things that go along with my giant 1,000 long bridge, I can have the update. But until I finish one of these, I cannot have the update. And literally, I keep fantasizing about having the blocks from the update in upcoming builds, and that is the only thing that has gotten my brain to go, oh yeah, so I need to work on the things that matter. And then I've shown up today and said, I want to work on my wheat farm. So it's not working fantastically, but it's helping. You're just funky. Also, there's a lot of piglins in the water down here, which is really, really funny to me. Hold on, where are they? Oh, have some of them despawned? There's a baby one over there. Where's all the ones that were in the wall? Right here. Look at them. Look at this weird little gang. I love them. Yeah, that tracks. I don't know about Minecraft specifically, but I died in Elden Ring until I decided to challenge myself to beat it with one-handed character. An extremely minor challenge. Got me to play the game up to the final boss of the DLC and pretty late in the base game. So yeah, challenges are a great way to keep enjoying a game you weren't super enjoying yet / before. Major plan is to create a museum with fossils and artifacts I find in the world functioning as an actual archaeologist because I don't want to be a grave robber. That's fair. Sandbox game allows you to be creative with how you challenge yourself, which is a blessing and a curse. I have lots of fun ideas though. Also, give yourself stupid ones. This is perhaps my favorite statistic in my entire save file. I wanna preface this with I've beaten the Ender Dragon 21 times. I've killed 1,458 ghast. I have a couple of like skeleton spawner farms, so like, or in like zombie farms, so like 8,617, 7,225. I think the zombie piglin number is really, yeah, it's 41,884. I made an offhand joke when I started this world and said, yeah, I won't kill Enderman. I have killed one Enderman. Give yourself stupid things. That goes for everything though. It doesn't just have to be for, like, big worlds like this. It can just be, like, silly things. Yep, only one. No, the statistics don't lie. Do they? They don't know how to lie. But yes, have fun with your stuff. Do cool things. Live happy lives. Be creative. That's all I want to see out of people. I want to see more people do fun things just for the hell of it. I think that the world is awfully boring. Stop screaming. Hold on. I think the world can be pretty boring when people go, but I can only do this to get this one thing. No. You can have fun. Write a book. Don't publish it. Draw just because you think it's neat. Challenge yourself to do little things in your everyday life just because you want to. I'm throwing this in the lava. I don't need the torch flower seeds. We're fine. You've definitely never trapped Endermen in boats and put them in the rain. I didn't put them in the rain. They got in the boat in the rain. And then I just didn't break the boat. I've never pushed them off the end island, and I thought we decided that if I pushed them off the end island, they theoretically just teleported somewhere else safely inside the void. And that they definitely haven't died, and that there's no way that the game can ever attribute their death to me. Sure, Ziploc? How dare you? It's been lovely meeting you, but I need to run as well. Of course, take care of yourself. There is no pressure. Also, thank you for the follow. And thank you for the follow, Alay and Shy Guy as well. Appreciate everybody. Have a good time zone. Speaking of which, I need to move that writing I did at work instead of doing my job to my personal computer. Yup. Yup, you do. I don't know. World's too focused on everybody be productive all of the time, and I don't think that's a good way to live life. I think people should be allowed to be a little silly goofy. I think if you let people flourish with creativity, they'll make cooler things and they'll do cooler stuff. I have never been so frustrated as when I was working at a job and they micromanaged us really hard. And so there was never a moment of like, if I had an idea, I could jot it down on like a notebook and take it home and keep it for later. Like they were just like micromanaging us all the time. And I felt pressured to never ever do anything personal just because they were always watching. And that's never, I felt the worst that I've ever felt during that job. And then I got other jobs and it was like, oh yeah, you have a down moment and you wrote something down. Nobody's gonna be pissed at you about that one. And that was a very fun place to work and I had a lot of good times there. Village bowling. How goes the village bowling, Ether? Also, thank you for the streak, Tomato. What's the plan for how big you're gonna make the wheat field? So, we're gonna go from the entire plain biome. So from over here, where it's actually the plains, all this way. We'll probably like figure out a cutout around the savanna biome right there. All the way through all of this, which we're obviously doing on the right. All the way over here. All the way up to the like very bottom of this hill where it becomes the savanna. Through the village, around this savanna piece right there. All the way over to here, in which I will figure out a stopping point, and I might even like help this biome actually not be as scuffed as it is. Because this is a little bit scuffed. Like, just a smidge scuffed if you look at it. Just like a little bit scuffed. Yes? No. Anne says hello. But we're gonna do the entire plains biome. Yes, I know that I'm insane. It's fine. I'm normal. I'm not. It's fine. Hey, an actual mushroom biome? I've only seen one of those once. Their generation is weird. So, I've been messing around with a whole bunch of, like, large biome generation, and I've been looking at a whole bunch of seeds and things. I've discovered the most interesting thing about large generation. It's easier to find mushroom fields. Legitimately, it is easier to find mushroom fields in large biome generation. I couldn't tell you why. But aren't mushroom biomes connected to land really rare? Yes. Do you want to know why that one exists? Because I can tell you exactly why that one exists, and it's not what you think it is. So if you come over here and look at some of this, there's this really interesting corner cut out right here. And you can see these really interesting spots where like biomes just kind of appear in this. Update glitch? No, actually update feature. So part of, I think it was it 1.19? 1.20? One of the two. One of the things that they added was the terrain smoothing. And so actually this is a very nice place to see it. There's another area in the hardcore world where you can really see it, which we might go look at just because it's interesting. But do you see the way that that terrain underwater looks right there? The layers look just a little bit off compared to like normal Minecraft. Like that doesn't look like normal vanilla generation right there. It's because some of that's new generation. I think there was a tiny sliver of something that got updated oddly. And so when it got into this area, it did some really funky stuff with how the terrain is. Like you can kind of see it right here as well. Where like the biomes are kind of intersecting in weird ways. So there's a lot of like little things over here where like the world tried to smooth it over and it didn't really work. And what happened is if you go look at the pre-120 update, when they did a whole bunch of updates to how everything generates, and you look at the 1.20 update, these overlapped really hard. And I think it was a pretty big island as well. But it still generated, but it generated and smoothed into the biome, which is why you get some of the funky grass and why there's technically like 3 biomes in this one spot. Because you've kind of got the plains and you've got the savanna into that one spot. It's really weird. It's really weird and it's really interesting. I've discovered a couple of other interesting spots in this world. There is a village that contains nothing. Like the bare bones of a village started generating and then the world like smoothed it and there's nothing there. Bizarre. Bizarre generation. But it was because of the smoothing. It's really interesting what can happen between like old versions. But this is also why I like having a long-term world, is because I get to see a whole bunch of that stuff. There's also things on the nether roof that are technically glitches or issues that I have that are really interesting, and I will be sad for that history being kind of lost when I die and have to start a new world. Who knows, maybe I'll just like take the control out of everybody's hands and then start a new world and just kind of like put this one into my back pocket one day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I like Minecraft. I think Minecraft's a great game. I think Minecraft has done a lot of weird stuff over the years. And I can't wait to see what other weird stuff they do in the future. And maybe one day I'll finish a build. That's actually never gonna happen. Who am I trying to fool? I remember with a few major updates we found out the entire world lacked a single fossil. We were looking for them. Yeah, no, like things like that happen all the time. Like there's even like between certain patches, like updating from like one version to a very specific other version, you get some weird issues. Which is why there's glitches on the nether roof. In this world, there's an area that has glitches because I updated from a specific version into another one. And people who skipped that first release and went straight to the 0.1 of that update did not have those issues. That one also actually I think had to do with the terrain smoothing, but it was doing terrain smoothing to the nether. And it was doing slices into the nether roof. So there's parts of my nether roof that just have like lines in them. And it's not like a corruption error. It's not like the game's gonna like kill itself. It was just a weird error that happened. And it was very specifically for updating to a specific version. But it's really, really interesting the things that will break between versions, and it's really interesting when a world tells those stories, not only of like the player playing the world, but of like Minecraft. Like there's some things that still exist in this world that don't exist in others that I would play because they were old 1.16 things. We're counting this block as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi, horse. I like weird things like that. I like that we've let some things tell stories. Now I'm just thinking about the robots on Mars. It's getting dark and my battery is low. Sorry, if I had to think about the robots on Mars, you have to think about the robots on Mars. Or we're so confused we were searching for hours and commands revealed fossils just didn't exist there. Yeah, happens. Or like how they're like very specific areas because of the way that like, I swear it was 1.18 or 1.19 where the depth increased, but we didn't have like the generation that came with 1.20. And so there's just like some weird stuff in the generation in some of those areas. No, it was 1.17. Because that was the 1.17 house. Minecraft just keeps going. You missed one? I'll figure it out. Give me a second. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I just have so many projects I want to work on right now as well. I have a lot of personal projects that I'm trying to find the right time and space for. And I wish it was as simple as like being like, well, yeah, I just need to dedicate like this day every week to it. Because it is not, and it requires a lot of thought and planning and process, and I want to do it right, and I don't want to do it half-hearted, and that's the problem. You're smart occasionally? No, you're observant. Detail-oriented. I need the ability to make myself do things. I use body doubling and accountability buddies. So I have a couple of people, and I need to do an update on Blue Sky because it's been over a week and I haven't posted any updates about any of the projects, but like using platforms or using friends to be like, okay, I need to work on this project. If I don't work on this project, I need you to come talk to me and make sure that I get it done. What? Accountability buddies. They help make sure I focus on my thing. I help make sure they focus on their thing. Because I do great executive function when it's not about my own stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do great at giving gentle encouragement to friends that are working on projects that I'm so excited to see them work on. That I cannot do to myself for reasons I cannot explain. And so I go to my friends and I go, I will encourage you if you encourage me, and then we encourage each other to work on our projects, and then we get things done. A terrible executive function 100% of the time. I haven't done my job all week. Well, I can't help you there. I can't help you there. Although I will say this, like, despite the fact that, like, I have not been at this new job for that long, it is very easy to feel the, post-vacation blues about, like, just having had time off, and then you go into the office, and then they're like, you have to do things, and everybody's like, I don't want to do things. So you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. I'm really excited about some of the stuff that I'm getting to work on because I'm a giant nerd and a lot of it's very organizational based and like a lot of communication with people, and I'm very excited to see some of the stuff that other people have been doing. And so I'm very excited and very focused on it, but I know that in like 2 months, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to run into a wall of like, yeah, but I don't want to talk to people. I want to talk to Minecraft horse. My cat says hello. She's really chatty today, and I don't know why. She's got a lot to say. I think she's really upset and or confused because I didn't cuddle her for the exact amount of time that she wanted before I went to go eat food and get ready to stream, and she's upset. But it's okay because it'll get made up later when I cuddle her before bed. Do you think I would do a lot better at remembering to write if I showed my writing to people more often? If you are struggling with showing your writing to people, because I know that there is a lot of like internal stress also associated with showing your writing, tell people how many words you've written. Give them the barest bones goal, and then tell them daily how many words you've written to that goal. And that's an accountability buddy. That is somebody going, have you done your writing today? And then you go, no. And then they not gentle parent you, but just go, but you said you wanted to work on the thing. And then the guilt gets you to do things sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. And sometimes they see something that you made and or like you share progress with them. And then they go, can I see the thing? And then you go, yes, I will show you the thing. And then you show them the thing. And then they go, I want more thing, give me thing. And then you go, oh, I have to work on the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just do this here. He'll just build it eternally until I die. I mean, there is that possibility as well. So like when I'm suggesting these, obviously there is a very large take what you need, leave what you don't. Not every piece of creative advice will ever be a fit for everybody. 1, 2. And that's okay. That's completely acceptable. Creative work is not hard. That's not what I'm trying to say. Creative work is personal. The process in which I approach creative work will not work for you. Point blank. I hate you. Sorry, not you. My process won't work for you. Point blank. No other information needed. I can give you my process. I can tell you all the things that I like doing and all the things that work for me. They will never work for you. They will never work for you out of the box until you go in and make them fit. So like accountability buddies does help me immensely. And like, although I don't like NaNoWriMo as a thing anymore, NaNoWriMo, having a system in which you could like friend people and then watch their number go up, and then I would get really excited about their number going up, so I'd want to make my number go up, and it wasn't a guilt thing, it was just I got excited by proxy of number going up. And then I would work really hard on projects and I'd be super stoked about a whole bunch of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that worked really well for me, and I've recognized that it does, and then I've continued on that tradition in other ways with other friends to like figure out the best way to like encourage myself. We'll go here. I did NaNoWriMo twice, but both times it was in 2 weeks because I was super inspired, but then I've never since touched those 2 things I wrote. Well, see, that's the thing. NaNoWriMo works as a concept to get you to basically vomit your creative brain onto paper. NaNoWriMo does not really prepare you for what it means to do the editing of a giant piece of work like that. And I found over the years, and I did it for over a decade, so I have a fairly decent breadth of knowledge of attempts and different ways that I've done it to make it better. NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. Tomato, I'm gonna just say this up front and very blatantly. If you like the challenge, do the challenge whenever you want. It is to write 50,000 words in 30 days. They do it in November. Don't do the official NaNoWriMo challenge from their website. Don't do it. The company sucks. They had a whole thing early last year, about supporting AI, and they had an AI partner for this last year's NaNoWriMo. And so we say no to them, and I have gone on and morphed some challenge into something else that I like more. Also, your pronunciation is really funny to me. I've always heard it as NaNoWriMo. Well, I think I heard it very early on from somebody else on the internet who pronounced it NaNoWriMo, and then I clung onto that one. I don't think either is technically wrong or right, but... Okay, I have no plans to write, but I'll keep it in mind. It's kind of like, not to say like Inktober has controversy. Inktober does have controversy, and I guess I could talk about that one day. But like, it's a month-long challenge for writers, in the same way that Inktober is a month-long challenge for artists. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. What? What? That's correct. I know how to count. But NaNoWriMo was an interesting time, but it doesn't set you up. And so like this last year, because I already knew that I was going to not do NaNoWriMo proper, I made a challenge that was supposed to last 2 months. The world happened around it and it wound up not working, but that's fine. We test again another time. I know this year's Inktober kind of sucked, but what happened with Inktober? So, this is not like major controversy, but hold on, let's look it up. You can literally Google Inktober and it'll be like years, and then it'll be like Inktober controversy. So, Inktober was originally started by... What is his name? What is his name? I think this has happened more than once as well, so it's kind of weird. Jake Parker, I believe, started Inktober once upon a time. Well, I'm trying to find a good resource, but it was kind of like a weird niche drama, so everybody was like all over the place. Inktober was created during October 2009 as a challenge to improve this is definitely by Jake Parker, inking skills and develop positive drawing habits. It has since grown into a MLB Strongman, thank you for the follow. It has since grown into a worldwide endeavor with thousands of artists taking on the challenge every year. So this looks like it was back in 2020 or 2019 possibly. There was something, he was copywriting something about Inktober, and it started like a major like controversy of people accusing him of holding the event hostage. He wasn't. He was exercising like, because he had like some copyright, but he wasn't like copywriting everybody's things of it. He was being like, you can't just like willy-nilly like do things with the brand of Inktober. Because somebody was doing something, I think, with a racist shirt. And so he was trying to stop that kind of thing, and so everybody thought he was trying to hold it, like, hostage. I have so many questions about people that run into chats and ask things like that. If you're still here, I need you to go touch grass for like 10 minutes. Go outside, go touch grass, go contemplate your life for a second, please. But it was an interesting issue. Hurst. It's gonna get updated. I need more stuff. I had no idea Inktober was like an official thing until last year. I thought it was just something some artist put together. Nope, it became a really big official thing forever ago. I mean, I don't think it's as old as NaNoWriMo, but it's up there. NaNoWriMo started in the early 90s because a group of writers wanted to do a writing challenge. Like that was it. That was all that happened. They wanted a writing challenge for themselves. Whoop. There we go. Sorry, I got pinged. I was trying to figure out what was pinging me. Several things pinged me all at once. Why are they both Markiplier? I don't know what happened. Ah, no, I do know what happened. Never mind. I always get confused when the Markiplier server pings me. I don't talk in there. I'm just there to know when Mark does his membership things. This way. Gnome. But I think the challenge is becoming like more official is actually usually a good thing. Very rarely is it a bad thing. It becomes a bad thing when it comes to things like NaNoWriMo has problems with like keeping everything done properly, and they've made shady decisions about who the sponsors are and things like that, but they otherwise did a lot of good for a very long time about getting more resources and doing more like ensuring that the kids get to be creative kind of stuff. So no, it was an official thing. I think that because it's been a couple years now. I don't know exactly, and you'd have to go look up any statements from Jake Parker on this, but Jake Parker has like done a number of like nope, I'm misremembering something. I don't think Jake Parker has done like a ton since ye olden days of when he started this. He went very quiet, and I think has been doing very little on the internet. Nano got me Scrib for half off one year, and that was nice. I'm going to have switch off of it though, because it's a pain in the ass to use on Linux. I have heard that. That is one of the things that's keeping me off of Linux, is actually how much I love Scrivener. I don't know if that's sad or funny or both, but I really love Scrivener. If you're looking for things like Scrivener, there's a lot of suggestions. There's a lot of programs like it. There's none like Scrib exactly, but there are a number out there. If it's browser-based, don't do it though. That's my only thing This is my only thing. This is not my only thing. This is just like one of a million things that I feel in my soul. There are so many writing tools out there that they're like, oh, we put it all in the browser, then everything's in the browser and you don't have to update. And then everything's fine. It's all backed up in the cloud. No, I don't care. I literally don't care. The browser ones always suck. I tried using a browser or like world organizer thing for a D&D campaign and no. It tried to like handhold me through the process of like building a world and I was like, I literally just want a reliable resource to organize and visualize these files in a place where I can share them with the people in my campaign. I went too far. That's fine. Sweep. This one. You can get it to work. You just have to, you have to fiddle with fonts and stuff for a while to make it not look like ass. I should probably make a guide to BH. There's guides out there. But like you said, it takes a little bit of like work and finagling in order to make it look good. And that's been like the problem of like the ease of making it work because they had an official Linux distribution for a while. Like they tried for a hot second and then they really leaned into the iOS part of it. Like the Windows part exists, but I feel like they leaned really hard into the iOS part of it. Or the iOS part of it. But besides that, I love that company. I love what they've done. I like being able to open up my projects on multiple devices because I have multiple copies of Scrivener at this point, on accident, not on purpose. And I can just carry around a flash drive with my project on it, work on it in different devices, and it makes my brain happy. But there's other programs like it that are definitely out there. Accidentally on purpose. Well, I mean, I purposefully bought an extra copy. But I bought it because I was under the impression that my old license did not entitle me to the new version for a hot second. Because they did a brand new version update and then like it was a new license. And I could not get the new one to work with the old thing and then I was like, this is frustrating. And then they released more information on how to do it after I already purchased the new license. So then I had a second license that I updated and now one lives on my big computer and one lives on my laptop. So I tried. Oop. Have you used those guys? They suck and do not explain well that you need to override Wine not wanting to install the C# distributables. Whenever I see C#, my brain just goes C++++++. That was too many pluses. But you understand where my brain was going. That's the joke. I know, but it won't leave my head, and then I can't read it normally, and then I accidentally... I call it that in my head. Hi, Farmer and Rats. Hi, Cassie. How are you doing? C to the 4th. There's a pirate joke in there somewhere. I'm going to fight Windows. As long as you don't defenestrate yourself, you're good. I got gold in Overwatch for support and DPS. Nice. Is there something about... I mean, like, sea... pirates... ocean... It's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Math Girl and Ether fight Windows. The movie. It won't be a movie. It's gonna be a podcast of just two nerds yelling about why things don't work. I'd still listen to it. But I hope it was going well. Has Marvel Rivals fixed its issue with FPS yet? Speaking of nerd things. Did you guys know that Marvel Rivals has a glitch where people with low FPS move slower and do less damage? This isn't a joke. It's documentable. People have been able to prove it by changing their settings and looking at it. I mean, the short explanation of why things don't work is capitalism. That's fair. Can you make a podcast where every week it's just like you ask a question of like, why doesn't this thing in the world work? You just say capitalism and that's the end of the episode. The April Fool's episode would go nuts on that one though. I think it'd probably be a short film instead. One of them is gonna biff it super hard by falling on nothing and it'll end there. Oh no. Is that most podcasts? Two nerds yelling about things not working as a trend? That's fair, I guess. No, that's fair. Why the fuck is networking still stuck in the 32-bit API as well as like half the desktop features? I'm losing my mind trying to make this stupid fucking shit work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Oh, hello. Where did you come from? No. Very Peter the horse is here, but it's the chicken. Who's patiently waiting? I'll give him a seed. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I have heard of that. It's a consequence of tying game behavior to FPS. The RE2 remake had knives do damage every frame they were in an enemy, so you could one-shot bosses if your FPS was high enough. And they were garbage if it was too low. That is nuts. My mom got me a Crycut, but got delayed because snow. Ooh. Oh, no, you're gonna have a ton of fun with that. You're gonna have so much fun with that. Okay, like, I have problems with Crycut, but that's like different, very nerdy, not drama, just they keep trying to like charge people more to use their services and it's stupid and I hate them. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm gonna make Charlie XCX Bratz shirts. Okay, no, that's the appropriate use of that. Hold on. Did I miss the part of the internet that was making actually Bratz doll jokes about the Charlie XCX Brat trend? Please tell me that there was a part of the internet that was doing that and I just missed it. Because if they weren't, why not? Doll Twit was crazy, bro. Hell yeah, I'm so happy they were doing that. And this is why I go on social media. I want to see the weird things that other fandoms and groups do and all the cool things that they get to do. And I just want to see people do cool stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam, 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 bam. RE2 also has an issue where the game timer runs on FPS, but the actual game doesn't. So if you have low FPS, beating the game in the S plus time limit is super easy if annoying. Also, why speedruns are categorized by FPS cap. I love speedrunners. I love speedrunners. I love speedrunners who are like, this thing exists in the game. We can't get rid of it. Okay, all of you that play one way, you go in this pile. The rest of you go over here. Okay, you've invented something new? New pile. Throw yourselves into this pile if you like this very particular way of breaking the game. I love them. Also, I finally found the Unisana stalls too, so I can finish working on them. I need to order new paint though. Hell yeah. Do all the creative projects. Why is it almost time to end stream? I feel like I did nothing today. Well, I mean, I did nothing by design. My brain was empty and the wheat field called to me. One, two, three, four, five. Well, if I did it just this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This isn't effective, but or efficient, but it will count. Speedrunning is a lot of fun. I'm too impatient to actually put runs into games, but I love learning speedrun tech. I'm filled with so many Celeste speedrunning terms, like you construct sentences you could not hope to understand. There are some speedruns that I've like really enjoyed watching. I'll talk about this one again because I actually find it absolutely fascinating. So, the game Outer Worlds. No, Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds has a couple of different ways that you can technically speedrun it because there's a lot of like things that you can miss, a lot of like little things that you can do that have effects on the game, and so they've like broken this down into like, here's all the different ways that you can break it. So any percent obviously exists. There's one about finding all your friends, 100%ing it, getting all the achievements, getting to specific characters, destroying specific parts of the game and things like that. There's one guy still, although I don't think because they've now split it up onto console, he holds the record on PC. I think in like almost literally every category. Oh my god, it is every category. Like every permutation. Every permutation of this game and how you speedrun it on PC is just this one dude, and his name is PT Minsker, and he puts all of his speedruns on YouTube, and every now and then, and like he's doing this, like he's been doing this for such a long time, and he just keeps doing it. Like I see one from 5 months ago, I've seen ones that are like a year ago. Like people are actively trying to beat his times for some of these. It's nuts. He is just out here. He has complete dominion over Outer Wilds. Do I understand anything that happens when I open up that video and I watch him like fling himself across space and time? No. But god do I enjoy it. God do I enjoy it. It's so ridiculous. My brain is empty and the wheat field calls to me as powerful. Well, yeah. It's a very rat sentence. 1, 2, 3. No. 3, 4. Ooh, this one. This is not what I needed. There we go. I wish I did more speedrunning. As it stands, I have one submitted run on speedrunning.com, I'm assuming is what you said, and it's 68. Oh, so close. For Pseudo Regalia, because the speedrun for that is only 20-something minutes if you're new and the movement is great. I want to play that one. That's on my list of things to play. I own it. Do I own it? I own it. I swear to God, if I don't own it, I will be sad. Oh, no, I do own it. Borderlands. Sorry. No, don't look at that. Don't look at Borderlands. Don't look at Borderlands. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't need to replay Borderlands. I could replay What if we... Borderlands streams? What if I play them in order? Because I don't think I've ever done it in order. I'll ask this question in the Discord later. I need to not get my brain stuck there. I mean, one speedrun is more than most people have attempted. That's also true. Trying at all is a good step. Really good. I skipped one of the major power-ups on accident my first playthrough and it made me love the game. Then I learned the speedrun basically skips all of them and to be honest it was a bit disappointing. Yeah, I think we talked about this before. I don't think I'd probably speedrun it, but I don't speedrun a lot of games. What I do is replay games where I really like the movement and then I just run around in circles for a while and then I close the game. Which is a way of enjoying games, I suppose. You know, you gotta find your joy somewhere, I guess. And my joy is opening up games with good movement, going, this is wonderful, and then closing the game. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done that to Solar Ash a couple times recently, where I've like opened it, played it for a hot second, and then I close it again. And I go, I'll beat it eventually. I think I'm only one achievement away from 100%ing it on Steam as well, which is horrifying. Yep, it's just that last one. There's an achievement for beating the game on hardcore mode. And I want to do it. I want to do it so badly, but it is so hard. That's fair, and technically I have runs of other games, Celeste, Hollow Knight, they just weren't great times, so I never submitted them. So keep at it, do it again, try another run. Find a game, really immerse yourself in it. I would suggest Hollow Knight, because I think they have the largest number of weird speed runs, because Silksong isn't here, and the community needs something to do. This is not the same thing at all, but it's like having a nice meal, just going back to a game and doing nothing, but you just like a mechanic. Oh no, it is absolutely the same thing. It's the same thing. It's going back to your favorite meal. And like, will it ever match up to the very first time you experienced it? No. But you get to like revisit those memories and like the good taste is like the good gameplay and then you're just happy and warm on the inside and it's just a good time. Also, Pomodoro. Momodoro. Not Pomodoro, because I'm thinking about the stupid timer method. Reverie Under the Moonlight. That game sounds familiar. But I don't think I played it. Whenever I want to play Sekiro, I just play all the bosses boss rush, because that has all my favorite bits of gameplay. That's very fair. It's like the way that I used to play Minecraft, because my Minecraft loop, I can literally... Hello. My Minecraft gameplay loop was very set. I would get... That's counting as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would get all the way to iron armor and a very basic house, and that would be the end of it. That was all I did. That was it. I would then close that world and never open it again. And I would do that on and off for years. Through Minecraft updates. That was how I played Minecraft. I did not build things. I just like existed and then I would leave. And then I'd delete the world like 2 months later. Basically, all I've ever done in Minecraft. I mean, it's one of those games, like, I feel like that's how a lot of people play in the beginning, or that's how a lot of people, like, learn how to play, and then they either something happens, and like for me, it was finding out more about the hardcore community because I tried hardcore when it first came out. I can tell you in detail what my hardcore world looked like because it was, I spawned in a jungle or next to a jungle, and what I did is I walked through that jungle until I got closer to either a plains. No, I got close to a beach because my house looked out onto a beach. And so I had my little like junglewood house just right in front of the sand, and then there was just the beach beyond. Here you go. And then there was a little mine shaft that was right behind the house, and then I'd go in there and I'd dig a hole and I'd come back out, and then I got to iron armor and then I closed it and said, that's fun. And that was the end of that. And I did nothing else with it. I used to just create hardcore worlds over and over. I wasn't very good at staying alive very long. There's a couple of other people like in this community that have been doing that. I know Minty's been doing that again recently. Just going in, making a hardcore world, and then like attempting to survive for a while, and then dying within 20 minutes. We had almost a record at one point where... Was it Icy or was it Minty? One of the two started a hardcore world, walked forward, and fell into a hole and died. Like, point blank. 2 seconds into the game. Didn't get to do anything else. It was a little bit funny. I'm too baby for hardcore. I'm so gung-ho about video games, so I die a lot and hate losing progress. Well, see, that's what I thought about myself, and then I started playing my hardcore like I play my survival. That was me. Icy, I'm so sorry. I still find it to be so funny. I feel so bad when I laugh at it, but like, it's so funny in my head. It was really funny. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put this here. I'm gonna start doing that again. I kind of miss it. Do it. I think the only way it could ever go wrong is that like you truly like frustrate yourself. The bucket's funny, don't worry. I'm gonna start another hardcore soon. I can't wait to hear the updates. And like even when I started these worlds, like I didn't expect to live. And I think that made the difference is once I started expecting not to live and like I started doing things that were around not living in hardcore worlds, I realized like how much fun I could have with it, and then I started playing like I normally did, which meant that I was making mistakes that I was ready to cope with compared to when I was being overly cautious in previous hardcore world attempts, and then I'd get jump scared by things because I wasn't playing the way that I was used to. Every build I make in my hardcore world is going to have a parkour course on it. I'm gonna call it hardcore parkour. There's a parkour civilization joke in here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's in here somewhere. But also I could never. Although there is a parkour thing that I need to work on in this world at some point. I have some ideas for it. I was working on some stuff, but I was having a hard time making it look pretty. I don't think it's a joke. I think that's just the plot. I think it is the plot. I don't remember enough about Parkour Civilization. That's why I need Michael McChill to rewatch it so that I can rewatch it alongside him and understand what's happening in Parkour Civilization. I feel like it was a fever dream and I watched it and then I forgot a whole bunch of the information except for like a couple of the characters. Anyways, it's bedtime for me. I have to go. I want to go to bed, but I should go to bed. I gotta go do stuff and things tomorrow and be a responsible adult that does work. Nope. I have all my tools back. I still feel like I'm missing one of my tools, but I don't think I am. Well, that's correct. We'll leave these here. Just kidding, I'm taking this one with me. All you need to know is backwards 360. What if they had a Elytra in Parkour Civilization and then just get woo? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I want to sleep, but I don't want to do work tomorrow. I'd say aim for a treat. If you're struggling, give yourself a treat to look forward to. Like I did some stuff late earlier this week. And so my treat tomorrow is that I get to leave a little bit earlier than normal, which means I get to avoid more traffic, and then I get to be at home during an hour in which I can do things and stuff, and then I don't feel like I immediately need to like get ready for bed. And I'm excited. I'm gonna get me some treats too, like some food treats. Where is he? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Sorry, there's an Enderman that's pissed at me. I just need to know where it went. No. Hold on. I ain't solved this. Hold on, we're solving the problem. Because I realized it as soon as I saw that he wasn't behind me while I was standing in the water, that he had gone through a portal. Because there's no way he wasn't, like, screaming at me. I don't remember what this portal goes to. That's a problem for future me. No clue. That's just there now. Okay. That's fun. I hope future me isn't pissed. I'm gonna put that on a sticky note to investigate that later. That might be a next stream sort of thing. We'll figure it. It's fine. I'm fine. And yet somehow you haven't died in this world yet? Okay, so you know how I was talking about doing stupid things? This is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. Of like, before, I would have been so paranoid about things like that, and I would have just been like, oh no, I will die. As soon as I look at an Enderman, I will perish. And I need to be better than that. No, now I just go like, okay, you go in another portal. I problem for later. I'll solve it later. It's fine. Anyways. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you guys so very much. I hope that you guys have a lovely end to your week, whether or not it feels very long or it goes by super quick. Make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. Drink water, eat food, take your meds, get some sleep, do everything you gotta do to take care of yourself. I appreciate you all so very much. Sunday is Soup Day. Soup Day is a community day. I will be putting a poll in Discord tomorrow, fingers crossed, hopefully, if not on Saturday, that will be options to play on Sunday. Some of them will involve playing with you guys. Some of them are chat interactions, like messing around with things. It will be whatever you guys pick, unless you guys pick 6 too many times, and then I'm just gonna play whatever game I want to play. And that's how that will work. Or I'll spin a wheel of all of my Steam games. But regardless, I appreciate you guys so very much. Have a fantastic time zone, and I will see you in the next stream on Sunday. Goodbye!
Endermares.